threat to the United States after the President of the United States. Putin was seemingly everywhere this week, appearing in newly released clips for the upcoming Oliver Stone series on him, which looks like a truly depressing episode of Carpool Karaoke. And also appearing tonight as guest of honour on Megyn Kelly's new NBC show, which I assume is called Forget Everything I Said on Fox Since 2004 with Megyn Kelly. But the most notable thing Putin said this week was when he admitted for the very first time that Russian citizens may have been involved in hacking the US election.
Hackers are free-spirited people, like artists. If they wake up in the morning in a good mood, they paint pictures. Same way with hackers. They wake up one morning, read that something is going on in international relations, and if they are patriotically minded, they begin to contribute in their own way, which they feel is right.
Oh, sure, hackers are just artistic types looking for inspiration. They're like an improv troupe who said, all we need is a location to get started, and someone in the audience shouted, inside the email server at the DNC. Now, Putin's coy answer there has now just added smoke to the concerns about Russia's connections to the Trump administration. Smoke that got ever so slightly thicker this week after some news that got a bit lost in other developments.
All right, the Washington Post now out with a report alleging the Trump White House is looking to give Russia back its compounds in Maryland and New York. Russian officials were ousted from those diplomatic compounds by the Obama administration in late December in a direct response to Moscow's interference in the 2016 election.
Yes, it seems the US is considering giving Russia back 2 compounds which have, since the Reagan era, been associated with spying on Americans. Because with Trump in office, it seems Putin is about as likely to get what he wants as a Make-A-Wish kid who just wants to meet Jason Mraz. Really? Oh no, Jason's definitely available. I'm just saying, really? And the reason this is potentially so worrying is that the compounds are directly connected to the scandal that tripped up Michael Flynn, a man whose very face answers the question, what if an eagle hated Muslims? Now, you may remember that Flynn got in trouble for misleading answers about phone calls with Russia's ambassador during the Trump transition. And one subject of those phone calls was allegedly whether Donald Trump would roll back sanctions on Russia, sanctions that included closing these 2 compounds. And now it seems that not only may that happen, but we're not really expecting much in return.
So the Trump administration appears to be willing to give back those 2 compounds, one in Maryland and one in New York, to the Russians that had been seized by the Obama administration. But Russia's not coming to the table to give us anything back.
And that is why this looks so bad. Trump may be handing the Russians back compounds from which they have reportedly spied on us in the midst of a special counsel investigating whether his campaign colluded with Russia, an investigation that includes the issue of those very compounds he may now be returning. And he could be doing all of this while receiving nothing for America in return. And at this point, I honestly kind of hope Putin does have a golden shower tape of him, because otherwise, Trump is the worst deal maker in human history. Which shouldn't really be a surprise, because we all remember the name of his famous book, The Art of the Look, I Never Wanted Any of This, I'm way out of my depth. This was just a branding exercise that got out of hand. Oh my God, the Russians are on the phone again. Tell them I'm not here, Jared. What did you do? What did you do, Jared? Oh, shit! And now, this.